It's the year 2040. The streets are clean, the air is silent, and the unthinkable has become normal. No one is driving. In fact, human drivers are banned from most major cities. What once defined independence and adulthood is now a liability, a threat, a relic of the past. We are witnessing the final chapter of one of humanity's most defining inventions, the act of driving. The automobile didn't just move us. It transformed everything. Where we lived, suburbs. How we worked, commutes. How we shopped, big box stores. And even how we expressed ourselves. For over a century, the car was a rite of passage. A status symbol. A cultural obsession. But technology doesn't care about nostalgia. And the 21st century brought a new contender, artificial intelligence. By 2025, autonomous cars were no longer novelties. By 2030, they were legally recognized drivers. And by 2040, the steering wheel has become an optional antique. Here's the harsh truth. Humans were never good drivers. 94% of accidents were caused by human error. Over 1.3 million people died every year in car crashes globally. Drunk driving, distracted driving, drowsy driving, speeding, aggression, inexperience. The AI revolution didn't just offer convenience, it promised salvation. Self-driving cars, see in 360 degrees, 24/7. Never blink, never drink. Communicate instantly with other vehicles and infrastructure. By 2032, studies showed AI-driven vehicles reduced fatal crashes by over 90%. By 2032, studies showed AI-driven vehicles reduced fatal crashes by over 90%. And algorithms could do it better. The first full ban came in Singapore, then London, then Manhattan. Insurance companies followed. Premiums for human drivers skyrocketed. By 2038, the majority of major cities worldwide had outlawed human driving within their limits. Highways followed. And by 2040, most people under 30 had never driven a car and never would. Driving schools shuttered. DMV offices closed. The last production car with a steering wheel rolled off the line in Detroit like a Model T in reverse. For some, this was liberation. But for others, it was heartbreak. We lost the road trip soundtrack, the spontaneous detour, the stick shift thrill. We lost the backseat arguments, the "are we there yet?" and the feeling of owning the open road. And for millions of mechanics, gas station owners, driving instructors, car dealership staff, we lost jobs. In the U.S. alone, 3 million jobs were tied to traditional driving. Autonomous systems eliminated or transformed nearly all of them. But the loss wasn't just economic, it was emotional. To drive was to feel in control, to escape, to explore, to be alone with your thoughts. Now, in 2040, we sit, we watch, we arrive, but we don't drive. Every revolution creates winners. Urban planners redesigned cities for walkability, not parking. AI developers, data scientists, and cybersecurity experts surged in demand. Autonomous fleet companies, Amazon Transit, Tesla Mobility, Alphabet Drive became more powerful than oil giants ever were. And with zero-emission, shared electric vehicles, cities began to breathe again. Congestion dropped. Carbon emissions plummeted. Fatalities became rarities. Carbon emissions plummeted. Fatalities became rarities. Entire city blocks were reborn. Parking lots became parks. Garages turned into housing. Highways were ripped up and replaced with green belts and solar walkways. The city, once ruled by cars, was given back to the people. But there's a cost. Every movement is tracked. Your car knows where you are, where you've been, and what you're likely to do next. In 2040, vehicles don't just drive you, they monitor you. They log your conversations. They detect your stress levels. They share location data with advertisers, governments, employers. For all their safety and silence, autonomous cars have become rolling surveillance machines. And here's the question no one wants to ask. Who really owns the road when the road owns you? Meet 16-year-olds in 2040. They've never parallel parked, never floated on a country road, never gotten lost. They don't see cars as freedom. They see them as background services like electricity or tap water. To them, getting a car means subscribing to a monthly AI mobility package. A ride appears when needed. It leaves when done. There's no ownership, no maintenance, no breakdowns on the side of the highway, and no backseat driver because there's no front seat driver. The question remains, when everything is automated, who makes the hard choices? If your autonomous car must choose between hitting a child or swerving into a wall, who does it prioritize? Ethicists, lawmakers, and coders wrestled with this for years. And in the end, the answer was written into code by engineers, not philosophers. Some people sleep better at night because of it. Others don't. We may be the last generation to ever truly drive. The wheel is disappearing. The gas pedal, forgotten. The thrill of the open road filed under history. But some say progress always comes at a cost. So we ask, are we gaining freedom or losing control? Drop a comment below. Would you let go of the wheel forever? And hit subscribe because the future is accelerating and you'll want to be here for the ride.